What's good, bitches? It's Esteban Xound. Yes, the floating head is back. And you guys probably hate when I do it like this, but I wanted to bring it up close and personal. Yes, don't judge me, my rat stash. I gotta fucking shave this shit and these little whiskers.
Don't judge me, my mama caught me with a strap.
I've been working. Before we get into anything, subscribe to the goddamn channel if you have not subscribed to the goddamn channel. We got concert conversations, album conversations, whatever you need, we got it. Support.
Probably start the show. See, everything you heard before was probably a warm-up. I got thousands of songs we can do. I could be here till 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Don't give a fuck. Just like, you know, like crazy. So that real hip-hop is over.
Liquor got a lady, liquor got a baby looking shitty as a lady wife. Liquor got a baby, liquor got a lady looking shitty, yeah. Liquor got a baby, liquor got a lady looking shitty as a baby wife.
And yeah, let's get into this fucking concert conversation. The motherfucking Wu-Tang legend, Ghostface Killah. Before we even get to the actual performances, I'm gonna start off with when I got there. I got there around 9 o'clock, and man, this bitch was empty. I was expecting way more people to come out to the show. I mean, it's a Wu-Tang legend. He's a bit of an OG in the game, so obviously it's not like a hot new artist or anything like that. But I'm thinking just strictly off the legacy, that people are gonna come out and support. Obviously, it's a Wu-Tang member, Ghostface Killah. I felt disrespected, but I mean, hey, I guess we're out in Calgary. That's the market. It is what it is. Then we got into some of the opening acts. The first opening act was Dior. I thought he warmed up the crowd a bit. It was a nice little performance. You know what I mean? He said he's been doing music for like 3 years now, so he's new in the game, and you can tell, you know, obviously some growing pains. But I thought he warmed up the crowd. He had a couple tracks in there that I really liked. One that was talking about daddy issues. I was like, okay, I relate to that. The only thing is I couldn't hear him on the mic, and that was a kind of a problem. I think the DJ even called the sound man out and was like, hey man, can we turn up his mic? That was all right. Then we got into Halfcut and Shawn Solman. Now, Shawn Solman is an engineer, producer, a rapper. He does it all. He's someone that I've personally worked with him. He's a good guy. He does a lot of good work over at Diamond Needle Studio. And Halfcut, he's one half of the Humble Giants. I thought he was pretty dope. He's more of a seasoned vet. He's been in the game for a minute. So you can tell he was a little more comfortable on stage. He had like old school beats that he was rapping over. I was like, okay, this is a nice set. Shawn Solman was surprisingly up there rapping, and I was like, okay, what the fuck? I was not expecting him to go up there and actually spit bars, but he was up there spitting bars, and he actually killed that shit. So I really like that performance.
What up? Say what up? Say buddy got the Who's selling that groove? A sound will go get the fool. The sound moves when I'm telling the fool. I'm cooler than ice from igloos. And my shit's smooth, tighter than bites from pit bulls. I'm a right man, and I'm high definition, I'm high class. No tracks are definitely bypass. I stay in definitely nice man, especially with nice man. Happens to be resting in my right hand. I stop a little bit and all the knots and hoes. Ain't the hottest clothes sold in shots and socks. Got more holes in the roller pot. Gold diggers always wonder if he broke or not. I laugh a lot, whether it's a joke or not. I stay stuck up in the spot like a polka dot. I'm taking shots like a nigga ain't supposed to stop. I'm from the city with a beat that's a homie shot. We go blind.
Then we got into the Northeast Squad. Motherfucking hella people came out to that. Prophet, I've met with Kash, Colie. He's a good dude. Sat with him in the studio. That man works his ass off. That dude is just, he oozes music. That man works his ass off. Same with 17. They're doing a lot of good work over there at the Northeast. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You get around that camp, they're doing a lot of good work. Kash, Colie, 17, Prophet, Eddy, Jupitxr, Winter, Victor, Spec. I don't want to forget anything. Pardon if I forgot anybody. They do a lot of the club scene. So Marquee was, it's not anything that's unfamiliar to them. We'll start off with the good. Their performance was hype. That's the best way I can describe it. A lot of energy, a lot of tracks that people knew actually in the crowd. The negative was just hella people were up on stage. Like, don't get me wrong. I know Wu-Tang used to do that shit where they had hella people on stage, but everybody was rapping. There was about like 3 or 4 people up on stage that weren't even rapping. They were just drinking. And I was just like, So that was my only complaint. It was just a lot of people up on stage and some of them weren't even rapping. I was like, yeah. As far as the song selection, Prophet even said that he would have liked if they performed some more real hip hop tracks. I would have liked to see him perform some of the new tracks off of him and Eddy Clips's new project. That would have been dope. And we had Lazarus, an MC from Detroit. I don't know too much about him. He kind of came out of the blue. Oh, he was up there spitting bars. I don't know. I thought he killed his performance. As far as like a real hip hop, like just going up there and rapping, I thought he did his thing.
I'm a
Then we go to the main man, Ghostface Killah. Alright, I'm not even gonna front like I'm the biggest Ghostface fan. I'm a Wu-Tang fan. My favorite album off of or from the Wu-Tang is Wu-Tang Forever. That's kind of like my vibe of Wu-Tang. As far as all the affiliates like Supreme Clientele, Iron Man, Liquid Swords. I've done my homework, but I don't listen to the albums religiously. So I know about the albums, I know the strongest songs, but I'm not like a Wu-Tang diehard. Just off of the legacy, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna come out and support. We'll start off with the good of the concert. The good was Ghostface was fucking dope. Ghostface was up there with Killah Priest. Honestly, they had a dope set. The DJ had crowd control. Ghostface had crowd control. He was up there involving the crowd. He even got people up there rapping at a certain point. He was dancing up there to a certain point. He was playing some of the best tracks. He was rapping over popular tracks too. He had everything as far as the set. Like just a dope performance. Now the negative, a lot of the people didn't know the tracks, me being one of them. I didn't know the tracks by heart. So sometimes when Ghostface would reach out to get the crowd to rap, it was a little hard. It was only like a few people rapping back. I guess unfamiliarity with the tracks. Obviously, there's a lot of tracks, but we knew the most popular ones, and that was most important. And the only other thing was just, I don't know, I wish more people would have came out and seen Ghostface Killah, man. You gotta come out and support the legends. So that's my only other thing. Other than that, it was a good performance. Just a solid night out. If you like these concert conversations, subscribe to the channel right here. Check out some of the content that we have. Check out the videos that you like. Let us know if you like these concert conversations. Just keep supporting. We'll support you. I here with the Sound Movement. If you want to follow us on the social medias, Esteban Xound on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Sound Movement at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and check out the website www.soundmovement.com. That's about all I got to say for this one. Peace.
Liquor got a lady, liquor got a baby looking shitty as a lady wife. Liquor got a baby, liquor got a lady looking shitty, yeah. Liquor got a baby, liquor got a lady looking shitty as a baby wife.
Then we got into the fucking the gang, the Northeast. No, I'm just playing. When I mean that, all due respect. Hold on, I'm not gonna say that shit.